We got to get out of here.
Starting now.
Okay. As you know,
Okay, I gotta go.
Antifa's been kind of trying to follow us around all day. Antifa and BAM, they just tweet out our location. So we got to be in, we got to be out. Basically all day it's going to be like going from spot to spot, trying to hide from people who dress like ninjas, who run around, they want to burn stuff down. They want to commit violence. They want to use bike locks. They want to use clubs with nails through them. And I'm asking Mayor Lee and I'm asking Nancy Pelosi to speak against this violence, speak against this hatred, and be consistent with your message. Okay, right now, we had to cancel the rally. We all decided together it was the best thing to do for the city, okay, because the way it was set up is that a lot of innocent people were going to get hurt. That's the fact, okay? A bunch of supporters, a bunch of Antifa, communists, normal liberals would have all been mixed together. It would have been a huge riot, okay, and it would have been a disaster, not just for the movement, but for San Francisco, for the West Coast, for the country, okay? So we made that decision. I apologize to everyone who flew down here, who drove down here. Okay, now moving on. We need to have an honest conversation about these politicians who believe it's okay to lie, who believe it's okay to use deception to further their agenda. Listen, San Francisco, you're never going to elect a conservative mayor. That's fine, I don't care. But how about we work together and elect a mayor who's honest, who tells the truth, who stands for what he believes in. He doesn't lie to further his own cause. To call us white supremacists made San Francisco way more dangerous than it ever could have, okay? And you have a mayor who says that we're hateful and we're violent, okay? Doesn't bring up any specific examples, but he doesn't mention one word about Antifa. Not one word. Ask him. Email him. Send him letters. Ask Nancy Pelosi. Reporters, do your job. Go and ask the mayor. Say, what's your stance on Antifa? Do you stand for violence? Do you stand for hate? Do you support them? Moderate liberals need to stand up and stand against BAM. This lady is a middle school teacher and she's promoting violence, inciting riots, and she still teaches at a middle school. Okay? So we need to moving forward in order to make this country be a better place, make San Francisco, the West Coast, a better place. I'm not here to promote being a Republican or Democrat or anything. I'm here to promote love and peace and freedom. Okay? And I will work with anybody. I don't care. I will help a Democrat get elected if he's an honest person or she, a good person. Okay, because if we stay divided, these establishment figures like Nancy Pelosi, who's no different from John McCain, they will stay in office. These corrupt politicians will stay in office as long as we stay divided down by party line. So until we bring these moderates together and we stand against the extremists, it's going to be the same problem over and over again. We literally have people in Congress for like 20 years, for 2 decades, okay? That's why we need term limits so we can get real leaders up in there who will speak the truth and be good people, okay? So anyways, that's all I have to say. I'll be out in random places here in San Francisco today for all the moderate Democrats who were looking forward to come to the rally, because I know there are a bunch of them. I apologize, I canceled. I apologize about the rhetoric, about the lies and the deception, okay?
For Joey. Hey Joe, I know you guys want to put this to rest, so I've heard you say here today that you disavow white supremacy, but as you know, in some of the past Patriot Prayer events, folks have showed up who were avowed
Absolutely.
white supremacists. So, and if you were law enforcement, wouldn't you perhaps deduct that maybe they would be showing up here as well, and that might be the concern for all the violence?
Okay, listen, the law enforcement's a whole different. Law enforcement have to be logical, but let's talk about the media. Let's talk about the narrative about white supremacy. Okay, so when we have a march of 300 people, all right, and one white nationalist shows up, the whole city burns down. They freak out. All these Antifa members, everything. But it's a lot like for liberals who need to understand this concept. I see it in Portland all the time. I see good liberals, peaceful liberals march in Portland all the time. Peacefully march. They don't stand for violence. They don't stand for hate. They just want to be understood. And then you have these Antifa punks. You have 3 or 4 of them, or anarchists, that show up dressed in all black, and they start burning things down. They start breaking windows, and they hijack the whole message of these peaceful liberals. I've seen it every single time. It is the exact same thing. These extremists are the problem on both sides, and that's why the moderates have to come together, because they're trying to destroy our message. They're just trying to use our platform. Okay, and I saw it after in Portland, everyone was peacefully protesting Trump. Okay, thousands and thousands of people marching peacefully, right? Good people who just wanted to be heard, and there was like 10 Antifa punks that were breaking windows, burning things down. That's all you heard, that's all you saw. That's all you heard.
But you say you don't understand why people perceive you as a white supremacist or alt-right, but yet you.
Come on.
Hang on. But yet you invited.
Hey guys.
Let him get his questions out.
But yet you invited Cal Chapman to speak. White supremacists have showed up at your rallies.
How is Cal Chapman a white supremacist?
So Cal Chapman has said on social media that he's a white nationalist. Cal Chapman has espoused violence against these Antifa folks. Cal Chapman has been captured on video doing violence.
I am all for
that's just one
protecting Antifa just to get, because you are all Marxists.
What's this propaganda? We don't have much time, guys.
Hey, you're not going to disavow Antifa, are you? Keep it down.
Hey guys, listen.
18 months of Antifa violence.
Listen.
Nothing said.
Yeah, you didn't say shit about Antifa.
I don't even know the names of the people. Please.
Kyle Chapman is a really good guy who I love and appreciate very much. He is not racist, okay? He has a beautiful Japanese wife. He has a Japanese kid. I've seen him with tons of people of color. He does not care who you are. He cares about what you believe in. And he does believe in self-defense, okay? If you have a problem, with self-defense.
People like this guy right here, man. I mean,
Anyone else have questions? Anyone else have questions? Yeah, I'm a huge advocate for freedom, which tends to be in the middle. I stand on principle, one thing to another. You know, it's like I want freedom. That's one of the most important things for me.
So Stuart Rhodes explained to you why he didn't come up, so I'm just trying to understand.
You can go talk to him. Go talk to him.
I did, and he told me it was because you would allow.
Bottom line, Joey, you've been talking about unity here. How would this rally have brought people together, and what is your message of unity going forward?
It's going to be consistent. It's going to be about building bridges, okay? And that's why I can't be like really political. I can't be talking about, you know, tax rate should be this or that. No, we have to first come together and agree to be respectful to one another. We have so much hatred in this country right now. It's done on purpose. And with that hatred, we cannot go forward, okay? There's no president, there's no leader that can fix our problem at a grassroots level. No one. It has to be amongst us. We need cultural leaders. We need people, individuals to stand up for what's right. We need people to come up here and say, hey, it's not okay to lie. It's wrong to call us white supremacists when that's a lie. Right or left, it doesn't matter. That's how we go forward. Yes, we need to talk about morals, and the government, you know, let's be honest, they're not going to help us with our morals.
Joey, how have leftists reacted to your call for unity and peace?
A lot better than I thought. We have the extremists who hate it on both sides. Okay, I get a lot of extreme right people who don't like it. I get extreme left people who don't like it. But moderate Democrats, okay, don't have a voice right now because they're quiet and they're letting the social justice warriors, they're letting the extremists be the loudest, the minority, okay? Most moderate liberals are for free speech and for freedom, okay? But they don't speak out against it for whatever reason. They're shy or whatever.
They're afraid of getting attacked.
They're afraid of being called racist, Nazi, whatever it may be. But I'm here. I want to give a home to moderate Democrats. I want to say, hey, you're welcome to be with us, to say what you want, to say what you believe, and we're not going to make fun of you. We're not going to make you feel bad. If you believe in freedom and love, man, hey, we're together. We can work together.
Do you think it's a double standard for journalists to ask why we went forward with this rally after Charlottesville when there was national refuse fascism marches happening right after Steve Scalise got shot by a Bernie supporter?
Well, the media...
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely, man.
That's the thing, though, is the media, obviously we all know the media has a tendency to lean, you know, more towards what it was one or the other. But let's be honest, we need to put attention on the extremists on both sides, okay? That's how we bring the moderates together. If
Why
the
don't
moderate
the Democrats
left,
kick out their extremists?
the Democrats and the moderate left, they need to speak out and they need to kick out the corrupt politicians and the corrupt politicians who are using Antifa as a tool, using BAM as a tool. This lady is literally a middle school teacher and she's directing kids to bash in heads.
Yvette Falarka, her name is.
Yvette
Falarka.
Joey, what's your plan today?
What evidence do you have that the media is left? Why do you
the weekend took? If you look back on the way that today turned out, can you think of a better way to pull this off?
There's always a million ways to improve. You know, I'm just a rookie. I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm working. I'm trying to learn and grow, and I will learn from this experience. You know, I've made plenty of mistakes going into this, and so all I got to do is admit that, analyze it, and move on and just be a better person.
And my second question is, what plans do you personally have for Berkeley tomorrow?
We got to analyze the situation. Once again, we don't want to walk into a trap, okay? That's the main thing. We don't want to go in there and start a huge riot, you know what I mean? That's the most important thing. We want free speech. We want to be able to say our piece, but at the same time, it has to be on our grounds. It has to be on, we have to be in control of the situation, okay? And so if we're walking into a trap and they just stir up a huge riot, okay, it's not good for our country. It's going to take it in the wrong direction. So we'll see what the plans are.
Safety first.
Yeah, and we got to take care of each other, okay? We don't want people to die. Okay?
Joe, you said
You have to remember, Berkeley has been canceled.
Joe, you said that the media is.
What's your plan for today? Because I know there's been a lot of flip-flopping. First we were at Crissy Field, then at Alamo Square. Do you have any intention of showing up anywhere in San Francisco today?
Yeah, we'll be showing up, or I for sure will be showing up in random spots in San Francisco. My hope is to be able to talk to just normal citizens, okay, without all the extremists. I want to show up. I want them to see my shirt, and I want to say, hey, you know, what's your concern? What do you have? You know, I'll show up, you know, and then I'll disappear and go somewhere else. And that's the thing. That's the way that the country we live in now is that I have to go from spot to spot unannounced. Otherwise, we'll have 1,000 ninjas show up trying to kill me. So.
And then once you give them your message, like, what do you want to do with what they're telling you? Like, what's your overall?
I want people to take this message of love and unity and take it to whatever they're great at. If you're a teacher, take that. If you want to go run for mayor, go do that. Okay? So I want bring people in, talk about this message of love. Okay? Come together on that and go do your thing. Okay? Be a better teacher. Be a better waitress. Be better to the people you serve. Be better at whatever it may be. Whatever you choose, whatever your identity is, whatever you're good at, go do it.
Do you
Joey,
want
why do
people
you
to be
think
more
that the
active
media-
in government, or like?
If they want to be, if that's what their desire is, but like I said, I'm here to fight this cultural poison. Okay, we fix that, then our government will follow. Okay, we don't reflect our government reflects us and our culture.
Joey, why do you think the media, moderate Democrats, and our academia complex supports a group, Antifa, that openly brandishes the sickle and hammer emblem and insignia, which has killed over 100 million people in the 20th century, yet are very quick to call out the one Nazi LARPer in a rally?
I don't know why people believe that Hitler was worse than Stalin. In my opinion, I think that's not logic. I think that they're both evil people that just want to control. They're just tyrants. That's what it is. And so we have to get away from the idea, a tyrant is a tyrant, okay? And we need freedom. And that's what concerns me. I don't want a corrupt government that gets so big and just gets so much power, and we just keep giving them more power and more power because we're fighting over stupid stuff, okay? So we got to fight, yes, communism, okay, even whatever, Nazis, whatever. At the end of the day, I just want a small government, and then there will be no tyrants, and we will be free people in a free society who can respect one another.